What's up, y'all? It's Lanae Paya, and today I'm doing a zodiac reading for Aries, okay? Keep in mind that Aries is not only a sun sign, it could be sun, moon, rising, Venus, any other planet, you know what I mean? It's different. We have different placements in our chart, and you know, your zodiac, the main zodiac sign that most people hear first is the sun sign, but I'm just making y'all aware that anytime that I do a reading, it's always open for like your personal intuitive perspective, okay? So always take what resonates and leave the rest. It doesn't have to be literally like how I say it, or you know. So what does Aries need to hear the most, Spirit? Aries. Please clear my energy. Aries, I see that you're getting more clear-headed about something. It's something here about your emotions. Your emotions, like at first you weren't able to like understand where they were coming from or why you were feeling certain ways. You weren't able to read yourself, but now you're able to clearly see yourself for like, you know, who you are. Why do certain things trigger you? Why do you feel so deep about certain things? Like why are you the way you are, okay? And I'm getting that it's really like making you more happy with yourself because you are connecting the dots. It's making you feel more self-assured. I feel like in the past, it was more like you didn't know how you were feeling, and you kind of depended on everybody else to like lift you up because you didn't know what to do, or you never really experienced taking care of your own emotions, okay? But I'm getting like with you realizing, like with you gaining this knowledge and wisdom about yourself and how to take care of yourself, it's all coming naturally. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom on how to take care of yourself is coming naturally after you start to figure out where the emotions are coming from. You know, okay, maybe I can get rid of this, maybe I can start doing that. You know what I mean? I'm getting that there's just a lot of things like coming together for you, okay? I feel like a big thing in your life was exposed. Like there was something here where you made some type of, you took some type of L, right? That's what I'm getting. And in this situation, it was like you were happy all the time. Everybody saw you as this happy person. But after you took this L, they started to see you as somebody who like was needy, or like they didn't see you for who you were anymore. They started to see you for like your presentation, okay? And that really made you feel like you didn't have a say-so, because I feel like where you come from, or like how you were brought up, that was how things were. Like you value those things about yourself too. You value having certain clothes, or certain amount of partners, or I'm getting like it was something about how things looked that really made you feel more confident in yourself. But it was false confidence. It wasn't really real, and you didn't realize that until everything left, until like everything, you know, like fell apart. And I'm getting like it really brought a lot more energy with that. Like you felt the need to lie to people. You felt the need to like hide who you were, even in a situation where you feel like it's the end of stuff. Like, you know, the damage has been done, but you still felt the need to keep up this appearance, and your ego was really like overpowering everything else. And I'm getting that at the end of the day, there were still things that you weren't acknowledging, like certain parts you played in different scenarios that I feel like if you were to really acknowledge what happened, you can truly forgive yourself. Because I feel like there's things that you have done that you're not so proud of, okay? But it's like because that's what I'm getting. Like for some of you, it's because like it made you so ashamed, because like let's say you were angry, or you ended up being like you handled your emotions in a horrible way, like abuse, or like even if it's mental abuse, like you were lying to people, you manipulated them. I'm getting this energy. You knew that you were wrong, but you didn't know where it was coming from. You just felt like you had to do it because you knew that there was something that you needed, like, and you couldn't wait. Like you felt like you couldn't wait on the results. you couldn't do it the right way. You had to manipulate, you had to steal, you had to do whatever, you know what I mean? But I'm getting, it's really because everything is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. How you treat people is how you really treat yourself and how you feel about yourself. So I'm getting like, there was things about yourself that you were not acknowledging, you know, like maybe you could have gotten out of that situation a long time ago, but instead you stayed there, not acknowledging the fact that you did not enjoy your experience, and then you turned into another character. You ended up being abusive. You ended up being a liar. You turned into something that you weren't because you tried to save a situation, okay? That's what I'm getting, okay? And some of this, like, this is all a lesson, you know what I mean? Like, with you learning how you feel about it, I feel like, you know, it forced you to go in hermit mode. Like, I feel like, you know, it was hard. It's hard for you to get back out there and express yourself the way you want to, because you still feel the need to like explain things to people. You're afraid that if you go back out there and certain people see you, they're gonna have something to say, or they're gonna like tell you that you don't deserve happiness or something, is what I'm getting, because of things that you've done in the past. But I feel like you've learned from these things though. You know that when this situation comes back around, like if it ever comes back around, you know that it will not get that far ever again, because it really did a lot of damage to you. You've learned that it's best to walk away versus trying to like control things. Because I feel like you know that you're not in control, but it was just an illusion that you were building for you and somebody else, or just like the whole, like, this is different for everybody, you know what I mean? Because some of you, this is a real relationship that you're in, that you ended up like turned to a whole nother person because this person wasn't being who you needed them to be. But it was just so hard for you to acknowledge that. It's like you were really afraid to let this person go, or you were afraid to let this situation go because you knew that it would leave you alone. You were afraid to be by yourself. You were afraid to have to face things by yourself. You know what I mean? But I'm getting that regardless, you were forced to do this anyway, right? And I feel like the thing that you were most looking for is actually within. So the things, the validation that you wanted from your partner, the fun, or like you wanted some type of reciprocity, right? You wanted this person to like show you, reflect your energy back to you, right? I'm getting that this is not who they were at the time. Maybe they didn't have the amount of wisdom that you expected them to have. They didn't know what to do when you expected them to do certain things. I feel like you weren't the type to teach people though. Like, you're not, I don't see you here trying to tell somebody better, but I feel like you were, it was the lazy ass energy where you were just like, okay, well, since you don't know how to do that, then I'm gonna do this. Like, you weren't being smart about it. And like, I feel like it backfired because your intentions were not pure. You were more in a rush to just get things done, but not realizing that the energy you put into something is what you get out of it. So I feel like the more that you were doing stuff, trying to like hold stuff together, the more that it's actually falling apart spiritually. You know what I mean? Like, there is natural chemistry that comes when you just allow yourself to rest. You know what I mean? Like, let's say this person wasn't acting right. And if they're really truly meant for you, you loving yourself will not do anything but make y'all's connection stronger. You know what I mean? And that goes for anything you do. It doesn't have to be a relationship. For some of y'all, this is a job opportunity. For some of y'all, this is a family dynamic, okay? Like, y'all were in this family, and, you know, the family, you wanted to feel included in the family, so you didn't even speak up for yourself. You just, you know, kind of like lived a lie for these people, you know? I'm also getting like, it could have been a friend group, or like a group of people that you were giving to. You could have been a boss in the situation. You were the person that were in charge, but you just didn't take that ownership of being in charge. I feel like whatever this situation is, regardless, you were the person who were more aware than the others, okay? You knew, you had more knowledge and wisdom, but I feel like you were misplaced. You were in the wrong area. Like, these people or this person was not able to receive you how you wanted them to receive you, because they weren't on your level at all. You know what I mean? Like, they don't even know why you do the things you do. So if anything, they just, like, you think they're taking advantage, but in reality, they're just fucking lost. You know, they're just doing them. They're being a regular person, okay? So I feel like you were definitely putting in a lot of work, okay? A lot of work. But I feel like because everything fell apart, it made you feel, I don't know, it made you feel less than. It made you feel like you didn't put in as much work as you did towards the end. When in reality, you put in the most work. You put in a lot of mental work. You put in a lot of emotional work. You put in a lot of physical work. It was a lot of work you put in. This person wasn't able to see that because they were so busy looking at something that they wanted you to do. You know what I mean? I feel like this goes both like hand in hand. Like you were waiting on this person to appreciate you, but they were asking you to do things, and it's like it was never going to work because it was certain things that they needed from you that you weren't going to do probably ever. You know what I mean? And vice versa, it was stuff that they needed from you that you were like, you know, this is who I am. You need to appreciate this. Like you were just so settled on what you thought was best. You know what I mean? But I feel like the Ace of Swords, like something really changed that. Like I feel like this is a tower moment. It was a tower moment of truth. Like it didn't even have to be like everything blew up. I'm getting that it did though. For some of you, like a drastic change happened. Like you changed homes, or you changed like you ended up being single or something like that. That's pretty drastic. I'm getting whatever this situation is, it was very comfortable. You felt like this wasn't going to go anywhere. When you was in it, you were settling, you know what I mean? But once it ended, it was a real tower moment because it was your mindset that was really like it was so surprised at the fact that anything could happen like this. Like something like this could happen, you know? It really surprised you that something like this really broke y'all apart. So I'm getting that, you know, that's just like something to learn from. But I'm trying to get some positive measures. I'm really getting that you're really sad. And it's taking you a lot to like regroup yourself. Because you're still focused on the happy times, the times where everybody was like, you know, in love or like congratulating each other, making each other feel good. But I'm getting that all of that was fake. I'm getting that shit was fake as fuck. But you have yourself though. That's why we had a Lover's card at the end of this whole thing. It's like with this ten of Cups, you're the only person who really can make yourself happy. You're the only person who can make yourself happy at the end of the day, because it's about knowing what you want, knowing yourself and how you operate. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I said in the beginning, you didn't know how you operated. There were certain emotions that came up and you just reacted. You didn't think about it. You know what I mean? But once I'm getting like with you figuring out how you operate and you understanding how your mind works and you just loving yourself, you know what I mean? You're not worried about nothing because you're taking care of yourself. That's when you're going to find somebody who knows how to do that for you as well, because they see the example that you're setting for yourself, for them. You know, you're setting an example, like, this is how I like to be treated. This is what I like out of life. You know, if you like to have flowers and chocolate on Fridays and you do that for yourself, somebody else will eventually replace that if you let them. You know what I mean? If you like to go to dinner every Wednesday, somebody like whoever really loves you and wants to really get to know you and you know, nurture you, they're going to realize these things about you and they're going to, you know, contribute to that. Let's get some advice for y'all. What does Aries need for here? Okay. Cards left out. We had a 9 of Cups right here. We had an Ace of Wands right here. And we had a 4 of Wands right here. I'm getting that there's some type of stability you're walking into with the King of Pentacles right here. You letting go of what no longer serves you. With you cleansing this energy out. I feel like it's happening naturally. Okay, but it's really good for you to like push it even further by just saying your affirmations, praying, and doing what you know. Like, if you see something that isn't right, you can take care of it yourself. You don't have to wait on things to fall apart. You don't have to wait on things to tell you that, you know, you don't have to always have something else tell you what to do. It's your time to make your own decisions. If you don't like something, find a way to make it right. If you like something, find a way that you can get more of it. You know what I mean? I'm getting that you're very intelligent, okay? You're very intelligent. With this Ace of Wands, you already have the power within. It's just about you tapping in, okay? Because I feel like you were just ignoring this part of you. You were ignoring the part of you that's really passionate and excited for things. You're also ignoring your anger and your frustrations about things because you're afraid. All of this is coming from fear. You're afraid of what's next. You're afraid of your consequences. You're afraid of, you know, being alone and stuff. But I'm getting that once you start to like find this love within, find this comfort within yourself, like be your own best friend type energy, I'm getting nothing can stop you, because you're gonna find your way to the top. I'm getting you're very powerful. Like I said, you're meant for greatness. You're meant for greatness, because like in the beginning I said that you are in this situation, you were a leader. Even if this is a relationship, you were pretty much leading the whole relationship. They didn't know what to do. It was just like they were going off of your energy. And not only that, they also were going off of like, they just never knew what they were doing. They just was just moving, you know what I mean? And I'm getting that's like some type of mirror effect, because that energy within you that likes to just move without thinking, that's the energy that they were moving by in this relationship. So we had a 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, right? And I'm just getting like, that's clarifying everything. Like, you're going to be successful and stable, but I feel like you need to take all this work that you were putting into this situation and putting it into yourself, okay? That's exactly what will help you to thrive. And like I said, the King of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, 10 is the completion, 10 is fulfillment, 10 is satisfaction, stability. You know, it's a legacy, okay? And I'm getting that you're gonna have all you need. We had a 10 of Cups right here, so I'm getting emotional fulfillment, physical fulfillment. You're gonna have everything you need, because you know how you feel, and you know how to, you know, get yourself, like, you know how to heal yourself. You know how to walk yourself through life by listening to your intuition, listening to your emotions, know how to connect the mind and the heart. Like, I'm getting, you really are doing this naturally. But it would be good, like, if you want to speed things up, to like watch videos or do more meditation and just learn more about things that you are curious about. You know what I mean? Like, if it's even your zodiac sign or stuff like that. I'm also getting really to figure out what time you were born, if you don't know, and try looking up your birth chart online and seeing the different placements, because it's funny how, like, I said that in the beginning of this video and I never really do that, but I'm getting like sun sign. If you are an Aries sun, that's just your sun, you know what I mean? But your moon sign is very important as well. Your Venus is very important. Your Saturn, your Mars, all that, like, those are different keys, different elements to who you are. You're not just one planet. You're a different solar systems mixed together. You know, as within, so without. So everything that's within the sky, everything in this world is within us, okay? Everything is symbolic, okay? And it's just about you, like, paying attention to the signs, being in tune with yourself and the Creator, in order to really, truly know what the symbols are symbolizing, okay? But that's what I have for you, Aries. I hope that resonated with you all, and please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment if it resonated, okay? And I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.